Yo, yo, yo. Who says that? Yo, yo. I don't know. We all have, you notice when you watch people on lives, they all have their own like entrance phrase or something. It's like a security blanket. Today's hair is brought to you by Arbonne True Style. It's curly, super curly. Ladies, if you want to try this, let me know because it's absolutely nuts. I get biggest hair. Make way, she's coming through with the hair. And I got one of those like swipe overs, you know, and gents they swipe their hair over to hide things. I'm kind of doing that today. Things you have to do. And I do use a filter on my live just because I don't know, it just looks more pro. If I had a camera crew, now wouldn't that be awesome? If I had a crew of people like lighting me correctly, then I probably would just leave it to them. But I mean, you have to do these things, don't you? So, is it day 2 lockdown? I'm not quite sure what's going on. Are you? I feel that we are being stretched, aren't we, to our limits? And I just think like taking a closer look at your well-being is a must. And I'm just relaying to you my background in the yoga philosophy, basically, and how it has impacted my life so much. I mean, we are influenced every day, especially on social media, and we're taking in a lot more information on what's available to us to be better, to be more well, and so we can kind of not full prey so much because people want to help, but unless we really consider what will work personally for us as an individual, then you could end up somewhere where it's not a bit going the way you want it to. It's just like having a mirror in front of you and you're talking to it. So yeah, our bodies know when something's right. Now, how many times have you actually like not listened to your intuition and gone with what you think is the best idea because your mind says so? So we think we make decisions in the mind. We make them in the body first. So that's why a gut reaction is a gut reaction. And that's why intuition comes from a feeling in the body. And then the feeling comes in the body first, and then we logically work it out with our mind. So we have the opportunity to redivert our answer. So when people say to you, or you hear the quote, the answer is within, that's exactly what it means. It just means that if you are in touch, if you are in alignment with your body, and you are doing things for it that make it happy, you'll know. And you know when you're not doing things for it that make it happy because you feel shocking. And doing the things that are bad for your body are just stupid, but they're not. It's the mind that will make it worse. Okay, it would be the toxic thoughts that will make it worse. So just based on my yogic practice and my yoga philosophy and the background, and it's something we see a lot on social media about the physical side of yoga, but we don't see so much about the philosophy. And the philosophy of yoga runs so much deeper than just that. I mean, the physical practice, which is asana, is the tip of the iceberg. And there's so many things that run with it that make it life changing, basically. So in order for you to feel your way to well-being, then I've got 8 steps here for you that will help you to recognize how moment by moment every day you can make yourself feel better. So again, like I said, it's just an extension of my yoga practice over the last 22, 23 years that's gone into understanding the philosophy of the yoga practice. So I hope that it helps. So number 1 is be life positive. And I'm so blessed that I think the majority of people I know on Facebook who I'm connected with who are positive. I've got rid of the negative ones. So it's finding a way, like I said earlier, to in the moment be as on the positive side of how you feel to the negative side of how you feel. Not to push away anything of discomfort, because discomfort is growth, but not attaching yourself to it. When we worry, so when we perpetuate on the negative, we are actually praying for more of that. So it's very easy for us to do at the moment because there's so much nonsense going on, and there's so much distortion, there's adversity, there's things that are happening, there's ill health. So we can revel in it. We can actually swim in the negativity if we want to. But it's, people say, oh yeah, but if I don't take notice, then I'm ignorant. No, you're not ignorant. Being aware is very, very important, and it's key to being part of this universe, awareness. So being aware of what's happening. It's just how much of yourself are you giving to it, and how much of it are you giving to other people. So being life positive every moment, just taking a check of your mindset, maybe thinking about your heartbeat, thinking about your breathing. Can you bring on joy really quickly? And also really quickly, it means do something you really love. For me, it's appreciating wildlife. It's my animals. It's dancing like I was 10 again. It's connecting with my family. All those things. Find a way of reconnecting with your joy, and also sit down tonight, or when you're free. I mean, we've got a lot of freedom at the moment, even though we feel like we're trapped. We've got a lot of freedom. Write down 100 things that make you happy, and you're either going to have the reaction of, God, what was there to be happy about right now, or you're going to think, this is going to serve me well, and you'll get to 20 and you'll be like, God, this is hard. So get basic, get really basic about it in terms of our basic needs as humans. Fresh air, water out the tap, roof overhead, healthy family, whatever those things are that are positive. And I swear it will bring about the best feeling, and it because you're a vibration of energy, everything around you will then start to give back that feeling. So that's kind of the law of attraction chipped down into yogic terms. So be life positive. Embrace self-discipline. So a lot of us now are probably not having much discipline because we don't have to get up to go to work. We're not being told when we can have a lunch break, and we're not told when we can go home. We are at home. So finding something you can discipline yourself with, a task every day. For me, I practice self-awareness every morning. I do yoga, I read and journal and meditate. And so finding one thing every day that can add value to you. So something every day that you can intentionally work on that will add value to how you feel. So it might be reading, because there's a wealth of knowledge in books that will add to the value of your day. Read something that we really enjoy. I would advise not to have the TV on all the time, because it's like this droning kind of it's almost like going out and buying a load of poo from somewhere, mixing it up with some toxic waste, and some I don't know, what can I put in it? Some fireworks, and a little bit more shit, and then just popping it in the corner of your room and watching it smell. unless you've got the right channel on, unless you're tapping into the right frequency, unless you're watching like something that's going to add value to your life. But still being aware, like disciplining how much you listen to the news, or Bridgerton, whichever one takes your fancy. Have you seen that yet? Oh dear. Yeah, coming back to the live. Sorry, ladies. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Diane. Yeah, so really just creating some discipline. I've got used to now putting a stopwatch on everything I do. So if I'm going to read for an hour, I put an alarm on. I read for an hour and that's it. Done. And I set the time when I'm going to do it. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, do that later. I'll do that later. And it gets to the end of the day and you haven't done it. And I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. It never does. Okay, so structure something in your day, like that's going to make a difference to this lockdown. Inhabit your body like you mean it. So this is like the physical side of yoga. This is like the what you see on Instagram, everyone wearing their really cool clothes and making great shapes. Behind that though is a lifestyle. And so I'm going off again. Inhabit your body like you mean it. And how to feel good. Well, that comes down to exercise, that comes down to food, it's how we breathe, what you intake, what you take in, what you consume, the foods that you consume, are making you what you are. And some of them are toxic and cause inflammation and make you feel rubbish. And some of them are going to be of value to all your systems in your body. Basically, we are mostly protein. That's the building blocks of our cells. And each cell has its own life. It has its own respiratory, it has its own digestion, it has its own metabolism. So what you're putting in, you're turning into cellular renewal. So it's really worth taking a look. I mean, don't get obsessed. Enjoy the things you enjoy. Again, and come back to discipline. Maybe go 80-20. 80% very good, 20%, take the weekend off. But the things that are really going to tax your existence, your cellular existence, are sugar, coffee, dairy, anything that's chemically processed, alcohol. Those things, if you can eliminate those for a few days, you're going to feel amazing. And if you need any support with that, I can help you, because I'm basically doing a 30-day plan at the detox at the moment, which I do every year. But I also do, keep rolling my eyes, but I also do an 80-20 through the whole of the year. So I'm always engaged in that discipline. And when the rewards come, it's so good, because it feels better. It feels so much better, because it's like organized chaos, basically. And with my nutritional supplements, I never get hungry. I think there's a lot of fear in humans that January comes round, you're going to get offered all these kind of like things, and you're going to go hungry, and it's going to feel like lack. It doesn't have to be the case at all. So exercise and food. Think about what you are consuming. How much fresh air are you getting? Like, if the body's getting oxygen, then disease is going to have a tough time of being around. That's just basic. Unfortunately, the powers that be are encouraging us to wear the masks, which I know are essential for the contaminating everyone. So find an open space, find a field, find a park, like we're allowed to do this. Go out and really breathe like you mean it. Really, really breathe like you mean it. One of the first things I was so surprised about in my yoga practice was that breathing isn't here. It's right down in the belly. Your diaphragm is a structure which separates your respiratory system from your digestive system. And it gets completely missed out because we're not breathing deep enough. And the deeper you breathe, the more nutrients you're going to take into the bloodstream from oxygen. The better your cells are going to be feeling from breathing deeper. Your digestive system's going to get a little nudge from the diaphragm, say, oh my God, we're now energizing this energy center. And it's a very powerful place, the belly. You know, if you think about it, when your food goes into your gut, there's a whole thing in there that's firing up energy production. It's fiery, you know, it drives us. It's like the engine of a car. So if you can like take time to think about what you're putting into your gut, and then how you're breathing, so you're fueling your system, you're fueling your body to be its best, because we don't take the car down to the dump or down to I know, help me out here, a sewage plant, and put, oh, I'm talking about poo a lot today. Put some poo in the car and hope that it's going to work. You know, what you put in your car is fuel to make it move, and we have to do the same with our bodies. So thinking about what you put in it, it's good getting to the stage where you're actually thinking about, you know, if I have that coffee, how does it make me feel? Awareness. When I have that bar of chocolate that's packed with sugar, how does it make me feel? When I have what else? When I drink more wine than I wanted to, because you know what happens after the first one, you have a second one. When I have that second glass of wine or that third glass of wine, how does it make me feel? Okay, so it's finding your feelings. It's getting into your brain that's in your body that knows. It's just this that kind of like is the logic, kind of puts it into place afterwards. Okay, breathe well and expand your energy. So we've kind of talked about that as well. You know, that's a really, really powerful practice, breathing. It's a reason why we're here. We breathe 20,000 times a day, and all of us just go around like taking it for granted. I guess now there's more emphasis on the health of the breath. So when you're in the right space, a safe space, you're outside, you're near the trees. Trees create, you know, our oxygen. Go and breathe some. Breathe like you've never breathed before. Breathe deep, you know, and just blah. It's going to make you feel absolutely fantastic, and your body's going to say thank you, and you're going to feel healthy. So it's very medicinal breathing. I would highly recommend you continue looking at it. And look for the answers within. This is something that I spoke of. I'm going on. It's quite a long live today, but I hope that's okay, because I've got some good stuff here. Look for the answers within. You know everything you need to know, because your body tells you all of the time. You have a response. It's the brain that makes us react. So go through the response system, feel it in your body, even if it's unpleasant. Even if someone's telling you something you don't like very much, feel it and then let it go. As soon as it gets up here, as soon as we get to the prefrontal cortex, we send it back to one of our other brains. It's usually the subconscious, where we've stored something that someone said to us about 20 years ago that we didn't like, and then we recite the response that we had before. So the more you get into your feels, the more you get into your feelings in the body, you can dispense that, which will actually help you let go of some nonsense that happened before, because the brain isn't getting entangled. If you do read books, I would highly recommend reading the one that I mentioned yesterday with Dr. Joe Dispenza, which is how to break the habit of being yourselves. And if you have had some yoga practice and you are, interested in looking at the yoga practice more, then the Hatha Yoga makes you wonder if Star Wars was based on yoga. Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Because Darth Vader, the life force, the breathing, God, it's so yogic, it's crazy. Yes. So looking within, and you probably hear the word meditate every day on social media now, and it can be quite sort of unnerving for people that haven't meditated before. Basically, in Buddhist terms, that means you're just sitting down and having a look at yourself. So it's really easy. It's getting into those feelings again. and if you find sitting on the floor uncomfortable, allow it to be uncomfortable until it's aggressive, and then do it again until you can stay there a little bit longer, and then again. One of the ways that you can meditate without anyone knowing, if you think your family are going to laugh at you, is sit down with your back against the sofa and close your eyes for a few minutes. And just observe the sounds that are coming in, the craziness that's going around you. Just notice how you feel. And if it's unpleasant, let it pass. Because we think meditation has to be in Bali, sat on a banana leaf with our fingers like this, looking up at the sky, and it's not. That's not what it's about. It's about being 100% present in yourself in any situation. Okay. Direct your attention to that which lifts you up. So what an easy formula for joy to do the things that you love. I think we forget what that is, especially as we become adults. We forget what joy is and how to bring joy back into my heart. Now, when I was a kid, you could not stop me from dancing. I used to wear specs. I was pretty average, I think, as a child. But as soon as I danced, that was it. I was in my element. And as I practiced more and more, I got better and better. And I did competitions, and then I went on to do some commercial work, and then I performed with Stomp. Then I so you kind of like, that fills me up with so much joy. So I make sure I do it every day. Every day I do something, like I dance. And like there's so much available. There's so much available online. You can just turn on a Latino dance group on YouTube, and you're there. I'm in Colombia. I'm in this place, and it brings up that feeling again in you. Your state, your vibration becomes that, and you feel good. Literally feel good. So maybe tonight, if you're writing down those 100 things that where was it again? Embrace discipline. Be positive. Yeah. So if you're writing down those things that make you happy, see which ones they are, and go and engage in them, and go and do them, and just move into that activity of doing them. Yeah, drumming's a good one for me, because when I put something drumming on YouTube and I start to drum away, literally, I just go, and it's just so much fun. Finding tribes online is fun. Okay, so number 7. Be total and flow as one stream. We are all connected. There is space between us, but it is just vibrating to a different level that we are. So we are connected by everything that surrounds us. Universe. Universe means uni is one and verse is song. We are one song all together, and you are part of it. You are meant to be here. You are important. You have a job to do. You are of service to something in the world, even if it's being mum, if it's being neighbour, if it's being work colleague. You are in service of everything that surrounds it, your animals, everything that surrounds you. So if you're working on your well-being, whoever is around you is going to benefit. And this is where health comes from. It comes from us taking responsibility, mastering our well-being, and helping others do the same. You don't have to go anywhere to get it. It's already there. So that's kind of like thinking about us all as a stream of well-being, essentially, is going to make us ascend anything else that's going on. Experience. Okay, so the highest form of vibration that you can be is love. So loving what is, again, acceptance of everything that's happening. We're going deep today, aren't we? Man, we're going deep. If you want to go deeper, then the Hatha Yoga Pradipika is the book for you, or Dr. Joe Dispenza is a good place to start, actually. Wayne Dyer, listening to him on YouTube. Who else is there? Oh gosh, throw some at me if you know them, if you're watching. And yeah, taking that time out for yourself. So yeah, love is your highest vibration. That is when you are ascending to the fullest as a human being. So it's just watching what you're responding to, what you're reacting to, what you're contracting on, what's making you feel uncomfortable, what's making you feel free. Just moving through all that. One needs the other to exist. We're living in a dualistic world. Human beings are supposed to feel egotistical, but they're also supposed to feel love and freedom as well. So it's finding the balance, and it's enjoying all of the sensations, not just good ones. I really hope I've been on for nearly half an hour. It's only supposed to be 15 minutes. There goes discipline, but we were on a roll, weren't we? So yeah, 8 steps to feeling your best and having a fabulous day every day. If you would like to sort of question me on any of this, or there's something that you want to work on yourself, let me know, because I'd love to help. Have an amazing day, and this is number 7, I think, and I'm planned to do 21, so I've got 14 to go. Have an amazing day. Much love to all of you. Go out and be well. Namaste.